practiced an awful lot, a lot of meetings, a lot of work like most other teams in the league, I know, but there's no fuss. Everything we've been doing has been leading up to this, this week. You want to peak at about the right time. You're going to play your best ball, this week. It's good to get away, to get even to get the college weekend underway and know that the NFL season is a week away. Pretty good shape health-wise. I know the guys are excited about playing. Starting off the season at home, there's so many things for us to be excited about this week. We, of course, have added some new members to our ball club, which is always a good thing when you see new faces that blend in with the core foundation, of our football team. Take your question.
Lovie, speaking of new faces, I think there's only 15 players who were here before you got here. So that's a fairly 70% or so turnover. Talk about, does this feel more like your team now? And is that kind of what you anticipated when things started, or just the way things went? I don't know if that's more or less than what would be expected.
Well, it had been a long time since I had, come into a new situation. I can't remember exactly. I think as you look at most teams, when there's a change, and it's changed everywhere. And I didn't know the numbers, but this does seem and feel more like our football team. Not that those teams didn't. Whoever has, the Tampa Bay Buccaneer uniform on is ours, but we're getting closer to having, guys at every position that we want as much as anything. And so we feel good about where we are right now. Anxious to see how it's going to all come together the second year.
Lovie, you just said that everything you've done the last several weeks has been geared towards this week, and you've said it many times, we're not Tennessee ready. Are you Tennessee ready now? And
we're almost there.
Almost there?
Roy, we need about one more week. Tennessee ready. So
well, you've got that.
We have, and we're right on schedule. This is a plan. Things we need to see, people we need to see at different. We've worked a lot of different combinations. Look at a lot of different people at different spots. All the situations you need to put the football team through. We've gone through the process, so we're not quite Tennessee ready yet, but again, we will be Sunday, and that's what it's all about.
You said pretty good shape health-wise, but we did see that Mike Evans was out again today, and same with Lovie Smith. Do they have a chance to play on Sunday? Is that something that still has to be determined?
This is official. This is game week, right? So I talked about injuries
Wednesday.
Wednesday we'll talk.
What's he, the team physician over there, Lovie?
No, he's my right-hand man.
Lovie talked about your new punter-kicker combination. You excited about it? Any trepidations about it? These guys don't have a lot of experience.
Yeah, that word can mean a lot of things, and maybe it makes some people uncomfortable. But for me, I'm excited because both of them can kick. Both have strong legs. Like them. But, of course, I like the guys we had last year too. But where we are, the situation we're in, and we've looked at a lot of different people trying to get that position right. And we feel good about going into the season with both guys. Last time they were out, both of them, Jake, Kyle, they both did a great job.
Lovie, your new defensive end, Courtney Brown, said that
yes.
he thinks that the exposure from being on Hard Knocks with the Texans might have helped him. Do you watch the show? Did you see the show? And what do you like about him, regardless of that?
First part, did I watch the show? No, I haven't seen any of the show. I just know him from, but I've seen the game video. That's what we did see, and what we saw from him out there on the football field today too. So the same thing. I know he had a long interception for a touchdown. He has good numbers, good athletic ability, good traits, and again, that you want to see that on the field today. And even though we're in shells today, we're able to see that. Excited about him being on the team.
Lovie, what did you learn about your team during the preseason?
We everything you needed to know. I'm not running away from your question, but there's just so much to just say this. We started from day one. We wanted wanted to see improvement, and we wanted to become a good football team. That's what we saw. They did everything we asked them to do. Establish everybody's role. This is what we're going to ask you to do this year. This is how we would like for you to do it. Everything we've given them, they've done this too. We've seen the good, we've seen the bad, but that's a part of the process as you go through it to let you know exactly what you can do as a coaching staff, exactly what we feel like we can do, and what we can ask our players to do. So that's what we've learned. We've learned everything that you can learn with preseason and training camp practices before you get to a regular season game. But this is when you truly know what you have, based on this first regular season game.
Lovie, so what kind of team do you think you have this year? It's a young team. I mean, that's the one thing that stands out. These are a lot of guys that have taken very few snaps in the league. That doesn't seem to bother.
What we would like to see from our football team, offensively, I think every time I've talked to you, when I've been asked that question, I've talked about us establishing a running game. We have to be able to do that. I think we will be able to do that. Our lead running back has had excellent off-season workouts. We know, the line knows that we have to block for, give an opportunity, and we can do some things there. When we want to pass the football, not because we have to or situations like that, we feel like we can do that. We know we have good skilled guys that can catch the ball. We know we have a good guy that can throw the football. We realize we have to protect him. That's what we've seen. That's what we'll have to be able to do. Those are things we have to do offensively. Defensively, we've seen our blueprint in play. Take the ball away, score, being good on third down, playing hard and physical as a football team. Then when we count on, we need our specialists to come up, as we talked about them earlier. We feel like we have that in place. So, that's exactly what you've seen on display when we're at our best is what we would like to be consistently throughout the season.
Lovie, do you try to throw more at a rookie quarterback like Marcus Mariota than you would at maybe a veteran quarterback?
We play veteran quarterbacks this year. I just know about the one we're playing coming up. Everything is geared towards that. And as far as what we're going to throw everything that we have. That's what we do each week. We're not going to save any ammunition or anything like that. It's all out. Everything. It's about this Tennessee game. It's about us, being 1-0 after, this first game. Again, we're not going to hold any players out for the next week. Everything we have, the best we can be, is we're going to see this week.
Lovie, are you willing to say what, if anything, concerns you about this team, whether it's how young it is in some places, whether it's, special teams, the offensive line?
Well, none of that really. How young, it doesn't, we're gonna put a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team on the football field. It's just that the unknown is that there's no way you can go through a first game. It's as simple as that. The first regular season game. We're not in that 2015 routine. No one is. So the things that you're concerned about as a coach and all of us, just how will it all play out then? And again, all 32 teams are in the same situation. Last year, the teams that really did well, that can't help them this year. Teams that didn't do well, you don't have to bring that with you. Everything starts from scratch. That's why we love it.
Lovie, you know Tim Jennings very well. He knows this system well. How quickly can he be in position to challenge for a starting job here?
Well, starting job, we want him to be in position where he can help us win. As far as starting job, starting job, who starts, who plays, that works itself out once you get everybody in a position where they can prove that what type of time they should get. First step for Tim, there are some things we do differently. It's been a while. His first day he lined up as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so step he has to go through. But in time he'll be able to contribute for us. He's a good football player. We wouldn't have brought him here. I have seen him in a lot of different situations. I've lined up with him in a lot of games, so I think I know what we're going to get.
Lovie, Mariota and Winston have kind of been linked for a while now, and probably will be for a while. Can you appreciate, the sort of intrigue surrounding this matchup, sort of the game within the game?
Yes, I can, but I think as you talk to some of their veteran players, some of our veteran players, I don't know if they're getting into that as much as everybody else.
Maybe the fans.
Our I see why everyone else is, but once you get down to it, they have a say, but it's so much bigger than that. That's taken on a life of its own, and we realize that. But I'm responsible for James, and what I've told James is, hey, that's not who, he knows his role and what we're asking him to do. Let all that take care of itself. But you just be the quarterback, make a decision, be James Winston, and we'll be okay with that. Everything else will take care of itself.
Anything else?